Hello everyone, welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. Let's see. I am going to see if some of you come in here. I think I've got it going. Hi Jean, so now I know I've got it going. Hi Kristen. We are without the big guy tonight. He came home and, well, he called me actually, had to pull over on the side of the road. Just wasn't doing good. So I'm sorry to have a show without him. Hi Madison, hi Bev, hi Colton, hi France, hi Kathy, hi Nicola, hi Jackie. So welcome. I will tell you though that I'm going to save his bad dad jokes that he was planning on telling you until next week. Let's see. He's given me his phone here. So this thing is, look at that thing. It's monstrous. Anyway, I'm going to try to watch for comments. And I've asked some of my sister stampers if they would, well, I don't know how he does this. How does he hold this thing up? This thing is huge. Okay, maybe that'll work. And answer some questions for you guys. So I have a few questions that came from everyone. One was I had posted that I got my 10-year pin and people were saying, I want to see that again. I want to see that again. So this is what it is. It's just 10 years with Stampin' Up. But isn't this box just stinking adorable? And it's like really like high quality. And I love that they have the kind of logo stuff on it. So I don't know if I'll take it out of there or not. Maybe I'll put it on my lanyard when if we ever get to go and meet again at a Stampin' Up event. But cuteness, I think it's so cute. So let me move that aside. So we got a few people here. We're going to do the bad dad joke. So I guess this is just one that applies for today. He said, do you know why you don't want to iron a 4-leaf clover today? Does anyone know? Nicola might because she's Irish, from Ireland. You ready for this? Get ready to groan. You don't want to press your luck. Ah! So that was his bad dad joke. I will save his other ones for next week because hopefully he'll be better. So I can see a few people have come on. Let's just go into some cards that I got. So wishing you the very best. This was from Marcia. And this is with that berry paper from Celebration. So pretty, Marcia. Love it. And this one was from Beth Ann. Oh my gosh. And she's using the new Butterfly Brilliance set with the Butterfly Bijou paper. And then she mixed it with the Tasteful, is it the Tasteful Touches? Tasteful Textures. I cannot remember the name of that paper. But anyway, she did this on vellum. She embossed it on vellum. How cute is that? So thank you, Beth Ann. And then, perfect for today, I'd like to show you the creativity of Mrs. actually, Kristen Wenzel, or as Bill calls her, La Frenzo. Look at this cutie patootie little thing. And then she actually has in here, and she cut out, isn't this cute, an Irish blessing, printed it off and ran it through the, this is the ornate set, and I cannot remember which one it is. Oh, I can hear Bill in there, poor guy. So anyway, how cute is that? I won't show you the message, but she's got this all done up. So adorable. I love the gnomes. This is so cute. That's that Christmas tree punch. And I think this is a die cut of a leaf. And I think this is a leaf too. I can't remember what it's from. And I'm not sure where she did get the other. I know this is from a few years back, this DSP, but how creative. So thank you guys for those. Okay, we don't really have my normal announcements. I do have my Butterfly Brilliance class. I've got a couple of these left, actually. So I may have to order some more. It is for the Butterfly Brilliance bundle. And so it's specific just to that bundle. But this is an early release from the new upcoming catalog. So there's the Butterfly Bijou, the Butterfly Brilliance, and then the Brilliant Wings that come with that. And then there's also this specialty paper, but this is not in this set. So I do have a sign up for that, and I will list that. And then you guys know that today is free shipping day, right? So everything until midnight Mountain Time is free shipping on orders that are over $50. And if you do a $70 order, you're going to get one of my stamp packs. Let me grab one of my stamp packs here, and it's going to have simple cards. It's a 5-pack of cards, and it has the instructions right in there to make a little card pack. So it's great for a little gift pack. You do need to use the host code to get that, and that's the current host code at this time. But what's really nice about that is you do get 2 perks rewards if you spend $70. Free shipping, 2 perks rewards. Today's the day. All right, let's just move right on because I got kind of a technique card. So we are going to be using the Butterfly Brilliance, and I do have 2 sets. I bought 2. One I left the way that it came, and it's hooked up on the Stamparatus right now. And then one that I cut apart because I wanted to use this for some different things. And I saw some people who saw these demonstrators that saw these little extra bits that came in it, and they saved it, and then they made like a little texture out of that. So I'm going to have to try that too. But tonight we're not going to be using the cut one. We're going to be using the one that came without being cut. And I have that right here on the Stamparatus. I've been using my Stamparatus a lot more, and I'm going to show you a couple tricks on big ones like this. We're going to be doing some embossing. That's just one emboss powder. I need another. I love embossing. So let me get this out, and let me see where the other... Here we go. We're going to do a couple different embossing. And I am going to start off, let me I'll grab a scrap piece of paper also because we're going to be needing that. Well, actually we'll start there. I think I'll just start there. That's a better place to start. Okay, I have a scrap for, because the Butterfly Brilliance does not have a sentiment to it, I have chose the Itty Bitty Birthdays. I love this stamp set for a ton of reasons, but we're just going to start off and we're going to do Let's Celebrate You. I think that is perfect for anything. Graduation, that's perfect for a birthday, but I think it's kind of a neutral for anything that you need to celebrate. So that's why I chose that, because you never know what you're going to need this card for. So I'm going to start off with just a scrap. As you can see, this is a scrap piece of basic black, and I'm going to use some Versamark. And don't forget to use some sort of a Stamp Buddy. These you can get at your local craft stores. The thing that I've been hearing that people have been using lately is cornstarch. So just something so that it's not staticky. After 10 years, I finally broke down and bought a new Versamark. Look at that fresh little Versamark pad. So I'm just going to stamp this right here in the middle. Small stamp, small pressure. And then I want to use the white emboss. Don't need much. We'll be using that again. Okay. Heating up my embossing tool. This is always so much fun. The magic of heat emboss. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. You don't want to touch it right when it's hot because it will, and I'm very serious about this, it will spread if it's hot. Found out the wrong hard way. Okay, I'm going to bring in some of our, and these are on back order, but they will be back in, of our blending brushes. I know they will be back in because I keep looking for them because I want more. I am going to be using Bermuda Bay because it's kind of green, and today is a green day, right? And I'm going to be using Daffodil Delight. I love these bright colors, and magenta. So let's get this on here. And then I want to take this, get something to protect your surface. I just have a scrap piece of computer paper. I always save them when I have things off of my computer. And I have a piece of basic white, and I am going to just dip them in. And I always think it's best to start with the lightest color, so I don't know why I grabbed that. But in this case, get this inky. Now, you know how I always tell you to rub it off on these? You don't necessarily have to do that for this. So randomly, I have no order to this. I am going to start by just rubbing a circle. And the reason why I say you don't have to is because we're going to be covering this. So if it has these little marks on it, and you'll see when I get going with the other colors, it's okay. And if it has darker spots, that's okay too. I want it that way. So we're going to come in here. I'm going to be blending some of these to get a different colored effect. So I'm going for the boldness. Now, if you wanted to do something that wasn't so bright. The other thing is, because I'm right-handed, I noticed there's more ink on this side because I tend to do this. So when you really want to get that ink, go to that side that you're dominant with. Okay. Now let's go in, and I want to get some of this bluish green on here. I chose the darker color again because I really wanted to get a good layer. And I didn't do it off of the paper because I wanted to get that darkness, and it doesn't matter. I miss Bill being here. Do you guys miss Bill? It's always so much easier when he's here. So let's do a little on this side. So normally you come off of it so you don't have these little stop marks, but you don't need to worry on this. And it's okay if it blends because you'll get some of that green. So let's just go right up in here and get some of that green. Okay, let's go back now. This is the Magenta Madness. See how I have that line? That's why I normally, this one always shows it really well, but don't worry about this. I'm going to come in here and fill and overlap. You'll get kind of a orange color forming. That's fine. Or a purple. I love the brightness. I love it. Isn't this just fun? Okay, well, don't stick your finger in it. There's a mistake. But it's okay on this. get some purple going right in this spot. Isn't this fun? Terribly inky. And it's going to get inkier. Okay, so when you have your paper covered the way you like it, you can see some of the colors are blended, some of them are not, some of them are bold, some of them are a little lighter on the edge. Perfect. So this is a great one if you want to get kids involved, because it doesn't have to be exactly perfectly smooth or even if you got kid crafters with you. Now, after you do all this, let's go in here and take our cornstarch or your, what is this called? I think it's called a buddy, a emboss buddy or something. And I want to heavily, see all that? I want to heavily do this. See, I'm getting even color on here. Okay, this is when I'm going to pull out a little tweezers here. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus. So I love the Stamparatus. This is probably my favorite. But how do you, when you're using the Stamparatus, and I want to make sure that I have this in the camera here, how do you, when you have it hooked onto your big Mambo Jumbo F block, you know, you're holding it to press it down. But I want to make sure that I get all that image. So I'm going to use the Stamparatus for that reason. But also, how do you hook it? Because you can't really use your magnets. So here's a tip. I take a little Stampin' seal. And this is the deluxe mat. I think they're $6. It'll come with a foam mat, but I love this because it's like laminated and you can clean it. So I'm going to put a little smear of Stampin' Seal down, okay? And then I'm going to make it so it's not as tacky, so it's not going to rip anything. And I am going to put my image down, line it up. I love to use the outside edge, not the corner. It's easy to line up with the grid on here, and I think you get a better stamped image. So for the most success, I prefer this. Now, I do see some people use it up in the corner or in the middle. This is just what works for me, so I'm just going to tell you what works for me. I'm also going to grab the stamp set because I feel like if I just put a stamp set underneath of there, it makes it easier when I'm going to stamp my image. So I'm going to stamp this up with Versamark. And I'm going to try to get it pretty good and inky and gluey. Now, on its own, this actually does like a watermark technique. And with the inks, you'll see it start to lighten. And I'm going to show you this. So, I already had this placed just for this. Press it down. Now this will show me where I don't have enough ink, and I love that. But you can also see, let me pull this up. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have done this. You can also see where it's kind of lighter on those images, but I have some of them that need more inking. And so I know right in here does, which is going to be this. But I'm going to make sure that it's all good. And sometimes if you just look at your thing, the other thing is My friend made this for me, so it's off of a Yankee Candle. She has a base on it of wood, just a circular base. There's a thick piece of like a foam, and then she has a heavy-duty felt on here. So this was a Christmas present because I do have very kind of arthritic hands. This is amazing. Now, I've seen some with a hockey puck, but for me, it's not wide enough, and it would poke into my hand. So this is just awesome. So rub it around, and it was probably, we all probably have a Yankee Candle. Okay, now I can see where that's at. So now I can remove my image, and there, I didn't have to use my magnets or anything on these large stamps. So hopefully that's a tip you didn't know and can use. And I'll put this back. Now I'm going to grab some clear emboss powder this time. Can you see how the images are coming through? So that just on its own is kind of a neat technique anyway. And I'm going to grab some of this clear. Here's where I want my little tweezers. So this is an old technique. I mean, it's been around a little bit, but I saw this set and thought, ooh, perfect. Who doesn't love embossing? I think embossing was, heat embossing was the thing that impressed me the most when I started with card making. It was like, oh my gosh, awesome. Okay. I think I have it fairly inked up. Now this was clear emboss powder. The first one was white. So we're just gonna get this heated up. Can you see the magic starting to come through? It's getting that glossy effect. Now it's still a little warm. Let me just stand up and see if you can see this yet. So right now it's still really pretty. Isn't that great? Okay. Without touching, I want to make sure that I've got every little bit. I have one little spot I see that I missed, and then we'll go on to the next step. When it has this much detail into it, so this would not be something that I would do probably as a mass production, because when it does have this much detail in it, it does take a little bit of time, and you want this to kind of cool down. So while we wait, I didn't know which card base I was going to do, but based on this one, I'm going to go with the Bermuda Bay. Now the original one, I ended up with the magenta on here. So while that's cooling a minute, I will make the base. All right, so this is where it gets inky and fun. Now, I'm not able to see any comments. I have Bill's phone, but it just tells me who's watching. It doesn't show me the comments on here. So I'm going to take the tailored tag punch, and I am going to, I got that way too long. I'm going to flag the end here. Okay, on the first piece. Ooh, that's still a little warm. This part is where it gets really fun. So I'm going to use black. I love black and white with a pop of color, but this one is black with a pop of color. And I'm going to use, you can get a sponge dauber if you want. I don't want to take that much time out of your lives. And I think that this is absolutely so much fun. You ready? I'm going to go right over what I just did with a black ink pad. Say what? I am. And I'm going to kind of rub it in. And I'm going to actually kind of grind it in a little bit so that it gets in between those butterfly. Now, you will have to ink your ink pad a bit. It does take a little bit of pressure. It does get very inky with your fingers. But it's so worth it when I'm done. Just trust me. See, so now you can work out your frustrations, right? Ah! Be sure to have your chamois, your stamp chamois, because I want a little wet to get that off. And then take a paper towel. Here we go. And we're going to rub it off right over that clear emboss powder. To reveal this image. Now, this reminds me of when I was a kid, and I don't know if kids play with them or not anymore, but we used to have light brights and stuff like that. I loved those. And there was these, I think they were called Lisa Frank stickers and stuff. This is kind of what it reminds me of. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Or am I that old? Okay. So, isn't it cool? I see a couple of places that I just want to add a little bit more. This is why I say this isn't a card that I would do for mass production, but it would be a good card for a good friend's birthday, or you could do it in school colors. You can use any image. You don't have to use these butterflies. You can use any image. I just showed this because this is this month's special. And, but flowers, you wouldn't have to do brights. You could do pastels and get kind of a springy look. Well, I don't know if black would be the springiest, but okay, I'm going to stop a minute because I don't have Bill to tell me what you guys are saying. So I'm going to stop a minute and just look and see what you're saying. Color forms, Beth Ann, yes. I know. Oh, Marcia, this is right up your alley with all these colors. Isn't that just gorgeous, right? So let's put it together, okay? The ink dries fairly quickly, so don't worry. I mean, it's drying up here. So let's just do, I did all this hard work. I don't want to have a lot of flags and a lot of things to distract from all of my little artwork project here, right? So I'm just going to put this right onto my card base. And get a little inky fingers. Oh my gosh, I really do love it, you guys. I just think it's wonderful. Now, when you have some flaws in it, you can choose to cover them. You can choose to leave them. I kind of think that when you're giving someone a handmade card, I kind of think that flaws make it absolutely beautiful. It's handmade. It's done for you, right? So I am just going to get... I'm going to get that paper out of here because it's looking... We'll get some Stampin' dimensionals, and I save these edges for things just like this. So I'm going to just cut it like so. So it fits right under here. I could go on and on with this butterfly stamp set, but I love butterflies. So let's celebrate you. I just see a teenage girl graduating high school. This could be, let's see, I kind of like that pink showing, so maybe, but I like that butterfly showing. Maybe I should have done it the other side. Nah, we'll go here. And I think I'm going to, you know me, I like to go off the edge. So I think I'm going to go all the way out like that. And it will continue drying. So let me just take a moment and see if anyone... Love it, gorgeous. Thank you, you guys. Speechless Sue Thomas. Now, you could, like I said, you can embellish however you want, but I took a lot of time on this. I want to show you the opposite because I usually try to make one ahead of time. Now, here's the opposite of it, and this one I felt had more pink, so I went with the pink. I like them both in different ways, but this is just how you can customize it. So, again, the other reason why I have, I've been kind of showing you this set for a while. I have one with the full stamp that's all hooked together because I like the layout of this. And then I have the other one that we use tonight that is, whoops, this is the one tonight. And then I have this one. I bought two and I cut it apart so I could use them individually because they have such cute dies to go with it. But I think this is really fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed just seeing a different technique. And I know it's kind of a simple card, but it does take a little bit of time. Now, I do want to remind you the free shipping is still going on tonight for every $50 purchase. But if you throw another 20 on there, you're going to get one of my stamp packs. This month it comes with the envelopes. It has the instructions in here. It's kind of a simple stamp pack for 5 cards that you can give as a set to a friend, or you can keep it and use them yourself. So that's something to think about. And if you need a little inspiration getting started, I do have my Butterfly Brilliance card kit to go. So what this is you've got a choice. You can sign up for whatever works for you. You can just get the PDF if you'd like, but it's 4 cards if you want to get the card kit to go, or if you want to add the stamp sets and dies with it. You can get those with it also, and it'll be 4 designs, 8 cards. I have the pre-cut cardstock ready to go for you if you buy the kit to go. depending on which kit you get, but you get the PDF for free and you get the free cut cardstock for free. And you'll have enough product left over that you'll be able to make other designs like this when you're done. So, and you do get perks rewards when you purchase through me. All right, you guys, I really appreciate you joining me tonight and seeing this. This is called Joseph's Coat Technique. So there's a lot of videos out there on Joseph Coates technique if you want to see more to get ideas of what maybe flowers would look like or something like that. All right, have a great evening. I'm going to go take care of Bill. I'm sure he's okay, but I just did want to let you guys know that he was not feeling well, so he was not going to join us tonight. Hopefully next week. One more announcement. I have a doctor's appointment this week when I would normally do my Piccadilly Parfait. So this week I will not be doing my Friday Piccadilly Parfait. But I will be back the following week. So you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time right here. Bye-bye.